Hi everyone, this is Sunette, and in this video for Soul, we are continuing with our process of learning more about yourself from the experience within your own body. Now, what everyone is able to relate to is when you're on the couch or in a chair, on the train, even in your own car sometimes, or a passenger in someone else's, anywhere where you have to position your physical body as best possible, you may find that there's this moment where your body becomes uneasy, where it almost feels like you have to now shift and change and rather lean toward the left and then lean back and then stretch out your arms, and it's just like the whole time you almost can't sit still. And what opened up for me within those moments was to actually not change my position, because initially I did make sure that I myself, as well as my body, is comfortable in whatever space or place I found myself in, that I had to be seated or leaning or cross-legged or lying down. Because that moment where you actually want to move is that moment where you should actually become aware of what is it that your body is going through. Where's the discomfort, the unease, the part within your body which is actually, starting to let's say, tighten up or become more rigid or stressed in a way, where your muscles start changing in their experience. Because right there are what we would refer to as the weak spots within yourself and body relationship. Weak spots meaning it is interesting how much of your emotional experiences, your daily thoughts, issues, problems, inner dialogues, actually also, let's call it, builds up in your body. For example, and this is the starting point, basic awareness that I'd like to bring through, and how much your body actually responds to what you're going through inside yourself. We rarely realize and understand how much, for example, when you're suddenly anxious, stressed, worried, freaking out, planning, looking at money, relationships, kids, family, things like that, which usually, to a certain extent or degree, stress you out in one emotion or another. Emotional stress can be from frustration, irritation, anxiety, concern, anguish, so many things. Even resentment, anger, if someone pissed you off. And, even these are small moments that you can take with you for this week as our first self-body awareness exercise, where it's in your everyday life. Now, not only when you're, for example, seated or lying down or your body's comfortable, but even in everyday life moments. I'd like you to see if you can identify when you go into a form of stress inside yourself. Start noticing, how's your body also responding to that within you? Is your shoulder suddenly tightening up ever so slightly? Are your fists clenching? Is your mouth straining on the sides? Your eyes even starting to close? Are you almost going into the state of inside yourself, where it doesn't matter how subtle or how extreme your body expresses this? We are purely only aware of the subtleties, where you think, okay, yes, I'm stressed and my shoulders are tightening up. I can feel my solar plexus turning into a knot. My toes even sometimes curl up. But it's not that bad. I only do it every now and then. It's only a little. But we don't comprehend that even for your body to have to respond in that way, and you within your body to respond in that way, your emotional stress experience is actually more severe than you are aware of or conscious of. All right. So we are so consciously only aware of the subtleties, the surface, the we're really only scraping by our awareness of what's really going on deep inside of us. So here, and it's not that I'm saying, oh my God, you've got this severe problem. No, I'm merely only making you aware of, how extensive our emotions, our stress, our thoughts really are, and the effects of that on our bodies. Just to become aware of it so we can understand it and assist and support ourselves more effectively. And therefore, also our bodies, It's been extraordinary for me as well, to give everyone an example, where for some time, initially in my process, I purely walked an internal process, where I started becoming aware of, yes, my body is tensing up when I get nervous, anxious, fearful, insecure. And then I would, work on myself, inside myself, to calm myself, to work more on my self-confidence, my communication, my putting myself out there. And I thought, you know what, if I simply only change inside myself in these moments, my body's just going to also follow. But I didn't realize how much I conditioned my body into certain types of reactions, responses, and behaviors where, I may be changing myself inside, but I didn't also equally support my body into a different movement. So my body moved according to, my anxiety or my anger or my insecurities, my victimizations. And it was a fascinating process of awareness to see, what movements in my body, no matter how subtle, accompanied what emotional experiences I was going through. And then instead of only working with myself inside myself, I also deliberately started changing the way I move, the way I walk, my awareness in the tips of my fingers, in my breath, in being aware of every step I take, of when I am communicating with other people. I check in with my body also very quickly now because it's become automatic and natural for me. I breathe, I have a look at, okay, am I comfortable? Where's the tension? Where's the stress? Who am I in this moment? Is who I am within also the same as without? So that's just for everyone a goal that you can vision for yourself in relation to awareness that you can start developing within you and your body. So we're going to start in this video and expanding on where we left off in our previous one is add in one more practical exercise. That is just to start seeing if you can have a look at the detail of how your body moves and responds to each different emotion that you access in your everyday life, no matter how subtle or how extreme. It was for me an extraordinary process of both discovery of myself and the understanding of this living organism that is my physical body. So with that, now we're going to have a look at my example that I found with my stress in relation to time that really latched on to my upper back area like this leech, this huge, massive leech that was almost in the back of my own mind, kind of feeling like it was sucking the life out of me dry because of how much I just kept on thinking about time, worrying about time, trying to, in a way, put everything and everyone else in my life into time itself. Yeah, it sounds bizarre, right? Because, when I started waking up from this, it was like, girl, what are you doing? How on earth can you inside yourself be trying to put everyone into time? Like, really, what's the logistics from it? What's the science within it? Does that even exist? So I got out of that complete imaginary fantasy, stressed out alternate reality that I created for myself in relation to time that kept me in this constant emotional bubble. And I don't realize, to what extent that was happening every single day. It almost became so automated. where I would just be thinking about, worrying about time the whole time. And then time would change. Things would come into my day, unexpected, unpredictable, almost all the time, every single day, while I'm trying to chase time itself and fit everything into time. It was chaos. And to be honest, still to this day, in many ways, there's so many, a multitude of dimensions, processes, relationships, and things that I'm walking through the time process, and every day it's like I'm learning something new, and that is also a beautiful process in itself. I love this about what we do and how we walk. Every single day, if you are actively with awareness and commitment and dedication, working through a point of change, you really learn something new about yourself, your body, everything, everyone, every single day. And that doesn't become a point of, oh my God, when am I going to finally get over this time thing? It becomes, wow, just being completely amazed at how much there is to learn, how much I've limited myself in this thing of thought and emotion, when now I'm just kind of motivated to just keep on moving, keep on changing, keep on finding out what else is there inside of me, with my body, with my everyday life, to learn, to expand, to grow, with the challenges and the ups and downs and stumbling blocks and fallings that come with it. All right, everyone. So with discovering my body in that state of stress within me here in my upper back, so whenever I would lie down, I would feel that tension building up in the center of my back, and I really just want to move and just shift and get comfortable in my other position. And instead of doing that, I said, no, girl, you've got to find out where and how are you accessing this the whole time still. Where am I not changing something in my everyday life when it comes to time? Because I know this is a build-up that's coming from this day, possibly even from days past, that I'm missing something here. All right, so that I will continue with in the next video. And for this video, do that practical exercise, becoming aware of yourself, your body, in real-time moments, your everyday life, and also see if you can recognize this moment where you think you're comfortable and you are for a while, but then it's like there's somewhere tension building up inside of you and you feel like, okay, I just got to move. Okay, become aware of that as well. It's very interesting how much we actually can miss in those moments in learning more about ourselves. All right, thank you very much.